From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Ready to go.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. Our DM is where all the weird lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to get into the DM Deep Dive.
Maria, what do we got in the DMs today?
All right. Today, Macy's asking, hey, Maria, what is the appropriate dollar amount to gift someone when going to a destination wedding? I just listened to the most recent DM Deep Dive when they were talking about wedding gifts, but I was hoping they would have touched based on destination weddings too.
So we had already established that minimum $250 a person for a wedding that you're going to locally, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But what does that change to? I've never been to a destination wedding before. I've been invited, but I've never gone because you got to pay for yourself, your flight. You got to pay for your own hotel, assuming you get like some sort of a discount anyway. Are you also expected to give a gift for that wedding?
Yeah.
Right? Like, is your presence there the gift? Okay, Shem, you're saying no. Why?
No, I've been to a few destination weddings. In fact, I was in a wedding party and had to pay for my suit, pay for obviously my accommodations there, and gave a gift. That was the expectation.
But what was like the tier level of gift that you gave for a destination wedding versus one that you're going to locally?
I'll tell you honestly, because I had to pay for all that other stuff, accommodations and suit and all that stuff, I get a little bit less of a gift than I would normally if I was attending a wedding locally.
Yeah.
I've been invited to a couple of, and I'm like you, Mocha, I've never gone, but I clearly remember both of those invites stating that your presence at the wedding was the gift, right? It was clear in the invitation.
Your presence was the present.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And they sort of laid that out because they knew, because oftentimes with a destination wedding, it is a much smaller guest list.
Totally.
Right? A lot of times as well, looking at people's second marriages, right? That's the ones that I was invited to. And so, no, it's really tough. I think that if it's not stated that you're being part of, this with them is the gift, they just really want you there because it's thousands of dollars. Like, you have to treat it as that is your family vacation, not just for the year, but for some people, like the next 2 or 3 years, depending on how finances are. It's very, very expensive. That said, I still believe that if these are people that you're willing to get on a plane for and fly 5 hours and spend a week with, you should give them something. But at a destination wedding, I don't think that something is cash. I think that if you're going to a destination wedding and you're one of the chosen few who gets invited, I think it should be something from the heart. It doesn't have to be incredibly expensive, but I believe you still need to give something from the heart.
What else we got in the DMs today, Maria?
All right.
Maybe you swap, right?
Oh, what?
Right? You got to know.
What happens here stays here?
Yeah, you got to know what your friends want, right?
Yeah,
Why else do you think you're there?
Nah, never that. What else, Maria?
Brittany says, since Maria has been here for almost a year now, I believe 10 months, which is actually crazy to think, does Roz still think she's too new for him to follow her back on Instagram?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, because that was the one thing you said when Maria first started on the show.
Yeah.
Like, we all started following her on Instagram, right? She followed us, we followed her.
Yeah.
And then you were like, nah, she's too new. Like, I'm not following yet. I want to see how things play out.
Yeah.
So it's almost a year now. This August will be a year that Maria's been on the show.
Yeah.
You still have not hit the follow button. Do you plan on doing so?
No.
Okay. Okay. Maria, is it surprising?
No, I don't take offense to it.
Yeah, no, if you know how to get a hold of me, like, I don't need to see what you're doing, right? Like,
he sees you every day.
Yeah, I don't.
She's here. She's good.
Yeah, like,
Amazing.
I don't. It doesn't. It's just. It's not for me.
It's not for you. What do you think I posed?
It's not for me.
All right, Maria, can we do one more DM deep dive, please?
Raphael says, if Roz and Sid from BT did a podcast together, what do you all think it would be called? My guess is Good Advice and Grumpy Views.
That is great. What a great title. Oh, no, you know what it would be?
I'm not interested in that either.
You know what it would be? You tell him! That's exactly what it would be.
Yeah, or just be called Go On Now.
Yeah, go on now. You tell him.
I actually think that I think that the better idea, if one of us was to partner up and do some sort of podcast with Sid, I think the better person to do it would be Mocha, because I don't think what Sid needs is somebody else who is also going to go off on things. I think what Sid needs is a hype man. And I think that if Sid is reserved in any way in his opinion, I think that Mocha's hype would drag it out of him.
Yeah.
So I think Mocha's definitely the better partner for something like that. Without question.
So when we watch breakfast television in here and Sid Sixero's going off, I always make sure I listen, and then I immediately text him because I know his phone is beside him on the desk, right?
Yeah.
And I just egg him on so much with either telling him that I agree with his opinion, whether I do or not, and he should keep going, or I start feeding him misinformation on subjects that he's going off about and be like, yeah, but did you hear this? And then he would just like fire off text back to me.
We've been watching breakfast television before, and Sid's been going off on something, and Mocha will text him, and you can see Sid just at the end of his rant when he takes a breath. He reads his phone, and like there was one time where Mocha sent something really awful, but like not awful like insulting, but awful as in completely contradictory to what everything that Sid just went off on, and like you could see that, like you saw the life just come out of the man's face.
I know.
It was so great.
I love Sid so much. Oh man, thank you everyone for all the DMs that you are sending in to us. Whenever we get them, they go to Maria. Maria brings them to the show, and then we talk about them every day. Thanks, Maria.
Anytime.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. When you have nothing to say, why do you always say it to us?
DM Deep Dive time. This is the part of the show where we go through the DMs that you send in to us. We talk about them on the radio. Before we get to the first one, Maria, I got to read this DM that I actually got, okay? So Maria's been on a mission lately, past couple of weeks, of coming up with some sort of a catchphrase, because it was suggested Maria needs a catchphrase to end off the DM Deep Dive.
Right.
Jay Mystery hit me up and said, hey, Mocha, you know how Maria is looking for a catchphrase to end the DM Deep Dive every day? How about a jingle to end each Deep Dive episode instead? So, Maria, for the next couple of minutes while we go through the DMs, maybe while Roz and I are talking about whatever it is that you're going to bring up, if you can think of like a couple, and then at the end of this DM Deep Dive, we'll test a few out.
Okay.
Too much to ask.
I can barely do catchphrases, people.
Too much to
All right, what's the first deep dive we got? DM Deep Dive.
All right. So the first question is from Victoria, and she's asking, say you're having a massage and you get really itchy on your back. Do you A, ask the therapist to scratch it for you, or B, interrupt them and scratch it yourself, or C, lay there uncomfortably and suffer?
First of all, if I'm on a massage table, I'm already lying there uncomfortably and suffering.
Yo, I'm going to ask the massage therapist to scratch my back.
You would, huh?
Yeah. Like if
Is that appropriate though? I don't know.
the hands are already there,
know.
my back is right there. Like if you're already massaging my back and I got a little itch, I'd be like, yo, can you just scratch this like
right
part
there,
of my shoulder?
right there. Like you do one of those things?
Yeah, no. I'll just say, hey, I'm itchy. Can you just scratch this one part for me?
Right. First of all, has anybody been in this situation before?
I was yesterday.
Yesterday, Maury.
With my physiotherapist.
Oh, you asked your physiotherapist to
No, we're
itch?
talking about massage.
No,
bro,
but she
not
was
that.
already but I was lying there. She was already like bending and prodding at me. So I just
What,
said,
your
"Can you-"
back?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what, you just asked her to scratch that spot?
It was my really, really lower back.
Oh, but you can get that yourself.
But my arms were down by my side.
Yeah.
So
And I
close
just
to your
asked-
lower back.
Close to your lower
So you just have to move your hand over and scratch it.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I said, hey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah, and did she?
Gladly.
Oh, wow. Okay, well,
She got her hand through all that hair, huh?
My lower back's not hairy.
Maria and Shem about to throw up in that room. Anybody else? Would you guys ask Shem, Maria? Like,
I think I would either do one of two things. I would hope that they graze that area when they're massaging my back eventually, so that like maybe the itch would go
Accidentally
away.
hit it, yeah.
Yeah. Or I would do it myself. I'd be like, hold on a second, I have to itch my back.
Shem?
I would totally ask. You would. Because I have this thing. Oh, okay. I have this thing where, like, if I don't itch, I fart.
What?
And I know that sounds really strange to say, but if I hold an itch,
What kind of bodily functions
I'm just
do
saying,
you have going on
if I
over there?
don't scratch the itch and I hold it because it's in an awkward part of my body, I'll end up farting. I know. Listen, guys, you don't have to look at me that way. It's just.
And I'm the one that makes you want to barf.
yes, you are. What else we got today, Maria?
That's so great.
Aaron says, hey, Maria, does Shem do a Hyundai commercial? I heard it on the Real Kipper and Born podcast.
Okay. Before you answer, Shem, I have.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good. You got it.
I have the commercial here.
Okay. I love these.
Because as we know, Shem does voice work as well.
Yeah.
And it's been discovered that he voices a lot of TV commercials, radio commercials, and now I guess podcast commercials. So before you answer, because Shem does have a couple of voice doubles out there, right? Let's find out. Let's all decide collectively if this is Shem.
In Korean, wa means wow.
100%.
Wa is possibilities made reality. The all-new Hyundai Santa Fe. Wow. Totally wow. 100% wow. A bold, top-to-bottom redesign with more storage for more adventure.
Yeah, this is you, right, Shem?
Yeah, because Shem's a top-to-bottom redesign with more storage in the back.
Shem, come on, this is you. Don't front.
That's me.
Yes, of course it is.
It's like identical.
Yeah.
How long ago did you voice that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea.
Oh, really?
I really do not remember.
Oh,
yeah,
really, huh?
It could have been months, could have been last week. I really don't know.
All right, so there you go. That is Shem's voice in that Hyundai commercial. What else we got today, Maria?
All right, Ashley left this really sweet message. She said, hey, Maria, just wanted to let you know that I love that you're a part of the show. I love your personality, and the dynamic that you add to the team is just perfect. Thanks, Ashley. I have been listening to the Roz and Mocha show since day one back in 2009, and before that, I was a huge Mad Dog and Billy fan. Roz and Mocha have been a part of my life at every step of the way since all the highs and lows. I was 23 when they started the show. Through school, I got married. I have 2 kids who also love Roz and Mocha.
Oh my God.
Simply the best way to start my day. They rock.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a really sweet message.
That is amazing. Ashley, sending you and your family so much love. We can't thank you enough for the dedication. We always say this, like, time is precious, right? And every day you have a choice to make when you're going about your life, doing whatever it is that you got going on. Life is busy, it's crazy, but knowing that you've made time to listen to our show means more than you'll ever know. And knowing that you've made that time for almost 15 years now is crazy. So thank you, Ashley, sending you so much love. Okay, Maria, so we started this deep dive with saying, you got to come up with a catchphrase, and someone said, maybe it's got to be like a sing-songy catchphrase.
Okay.
And you had some time to think about it.
Yes.
As we end the DM deep dive, that was wonderful. Thank you, Maria.
Hi, I'm Maria, your friendly DM deep dive girl. You send them, I read them. Now some send something fun, and some I wish were gone. You make us smile, so stay a while. DM deep dive is about to begin in style.
Too long. Too long.
It was a little anthem.
Also not good.
It's not.
Oh my God, I was so proud of that.
Okay, I have an idea.
No,
Hold on.
I don't want to know anything. You guys ruined my day.
No, I have an idea.
No.
Because the person who's
so bad.
the person who, first of all,
Did you honestly think that we were going to be like...
I thought you guys were going to clap. That was so good.
So the person that made the suggestion said, how about a jingle to end each
That was a
DM
jingle.
deep dive? Okay, now you have to sing it. So use the exact same words, but sing it.
I was singing it.
Oh.
You were reading it, Maria.
I was like rapping.
Do you want to
give the...
Hi, I'm Maria, your friendly DM deep dive girl. You send them, I read them. Now some send something fun, and some I wish were gone. You make us smile, so stay a while. DM deep dive is about to begin in style.
Hey! But this is actually supposed to end the DM deep dive.
And in style.
And in style.
It's still not good.
Honestly, guys.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. I regret this already.
DM Deep Dive time. Hello. We are the Roz and Mocha Show. Get your DMs they go to Maria, who brings them to the radio.
Maria, what do we got in the DMs
hold
today?
on. Wait, real quick. When we end the DM deep dive today, Maria, because people have been sending in suggestions that you need to come up with catchphrases to end the DM deep dive, if you can take a little bit of time and think about another one that we can end off today with, okay?
Okay.
All right. She sounds so thrilled.
Because it always goes so well for her. Maria, what do we got in the DMs today?
All right, Marta says, since you work in morning radio, I always wondered, do you think radio is still meant for ugly people? People have always used the stereotype of the radio face versus the TV face.
I mean, I don't think it was ever meant for ugly people.
Yeah, that's so mean. It just became like a joke.
You
got a face for radio.
I mean, there's stereotypes exist for a reason, though. You know, like there's...
This one's funny.
Well, I mean...
I guess it was meant to be funny.
There was a lot of uggos on radio.
Yeah.
Of course.
Can I run down some names?
I just, you know what I mean?
Who do you think, Roz?
Sham,
I think the difference is now, though, is that everything is visual. Like radio used to be like mysterious. Like you wouldn't even know. Like people would listen to their favorite DJ forever, and then they'd be like, "Oh my God, he's black." You know what I mean? Like
I get that all the time.
That happens to Shem.
I get
still.
that
Does
all
it
the
really?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
because it was such a mystery.
Yeah.
It was always such a mystery. And there was no way to see a picture. There was no social media or websites or anything else. But I think now everything is so visual that, I don't think that sort of thing exists anymore, really.
I think before we started doing heavy TV ads and campaigns on the subway and the buses and the bus shelters and, of course, the social videos, a lot of people had no idea what you and I look like.
I was on television for 17 years.
Oh, yeah. I guess people didn't know what I look like. Because a lot of people, much like Shem, would be like, "Oh, I didn't know. I thought Mocha was like a white guy."
But that was, though, really for you. Like that was your first sort of public-facing thing, though, right?
Yeah.
Like that was like billboards and TV commercials.
Oh, big time.
That was like the sort of, where you kind of came out from behind the radio show that you did or have always done, even not with this one, but the ones you did before. And when you start doing like massive advertising, especially on television, like there's just something weird when somebody sees your face on television.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. Like weird stuff happens where they just like you're different. You're a different person to them now.
Totally.
Because your face was on television. You were a different kind of person.
Yeah. And people still know now Shem is ugly. Next DM, please.
I was going to say our show's changing the stereotype, but I mean, here we are.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yo, progress, ladies and gentlemen. Progress.
Progress,
What else
everybody.
we got today?
You guys are so damn mean to each other. All right. Brooke says, has Maria gone on a date with any of the guys in her DMs? Oh. What would be her ideal date?
Have you?
With any of the guys
Have
in
you?
my DMs?
Have you?
I've been on one date.
With a guy
somebody
from your DM? Like somebody who listens to the show?
No.
Oh.
I knew him from before.
Okay, and?
Yeah, no.
From before when?
Like before, like just a long time.
Like how long?
I've known him for like since high school.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it didn't
No,
pan out.
it was definitely never again.
Damn.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow. So what, are you almost at the point now where you're considering dating a fan?
No.
Oh. Oh no! Watch them DMs start dwindling now. Now that people know.
Oh,
all the asks.
ever since we did the last DM deep dive where I read messages, I've been getting more.
Oh.
You'd think less would happen.
Can you read one right now? Go find one.
Yeah, here. I was reading one to Shem this morning, actually.
Okay, go.
Hey, just heard the podcast where Roz says he's going to go through the DMs of guys hitting on you, but I have one for you and I hope it hits. Be my girl and I promise to love you more than mommy loves her Shemmy.
That's not the one I thought you were going to read.
Oh no!
Oh, there is another one though.
Oh,
there
read
is
the other one. Read the other one.
Oh.
Shoot to the heart, dog.
Wait, I have to find the other one.
What's the other one?
I just had to DM you to say, you have the type of beauty that knights would battle over to win you a favor.
Oh, God.
That doesn't get a reply, right?
No.
Does that just get a straight up delete later?
Yeah, I haven't even clicked accept, decline. I've just been sitting there.
Yeah, All right, King Arthur.
Oh, damn. All right, listen, we got time for one more DM, please, Maria.
Okay, Linda says, hey, Maria. So I was catching up on the podcast because I've been away in Japan for 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And you guys were talking about how you hate public restrooms and your reasons why. Would it interest you to know that in Japan, 90 to 95% of their women toilets are 10 times cleaner than in Canada? They have sound makers in each stall for girls who are shy of people hearing them go number 1 and number 2. Have seat sanitizers so you can disinfect the seat yourself, even though they are already clean. They have butt bidets, but also for the women, front bidets.
Oh, wow.
They have bidet nozzles automatically sanitize themselves after you flush. And I think you'd really like the public bathrooms in Japan. And for the men, here's the best part. They have 2 sinks. One for hand washing and a separate sink to wash your male parts.
They got a wiener sink? Do they have are they at different heights? Like I would use one and then Maury and Mocha would use the other one?
I don't know. I would
hope sometimes when you go in the bathroom there's the little kid urinal.
Oh, shut up,
right?
man. That's not cool, bro.
I don't know if they move up and down based on height, but...
Also, Maria, that's what she said.
Okay, well.
Thank you, everyone, for all of your DMs. Really quick, Maria, before we wrap up, it's been asked that you come up with a catchphrase to end the DM deep dive. We have not yet landed on one.
No.
So what do you got for us today?
Any DM time. Could I say any time?
So any damn time, but any DM time. Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, guys, at this point, I'm just going to cry for the
We'll try
accent.
again. We'll try again.
We believe in you.
Thank you.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. Things get weird in 3, 2, 1.
All right, gang. DM deep dive time. Love this part of the show.
Maria, what do we got in the DMs today?
All right. Today, Matt is saying, in a recent episode of the Roz and Mocha Retro Show, Vine and Periscope were mentioned.
Oh, my God.
So which social media or messaging platform from the past do Roz and Mocha miss, or would they like to have a comeback?
I never used either.
No?
I never used Vine.
I never used
I had never even
Vine. I
seen
saw
Vine.
I used Periscope when that came out.
You did? What is Periscope?
Yeah, I don't know what Periscope is.
Periscope is basically going on live.
Oh.
On IG Live. That's what it is.
Okay. I never used Vine. I've never used Snapchat. I've never ever done anything
Snapchat
on
just for the filters.
Yeah. I have it. I have it because I used to use it for my kid with filters, right? But other than that, I've never snapped. What do you say? Is that what you do on Snapchat?
Yeah,
you snap?
you snap someone.
Is that what you do? Yeah.
To be honest, I think any person who's using Snapchat at my age, religiously, needs to
stop,
wake up, and
Well,
grow
because
up.
Snap to me, right? When Snap first came out, Snap's purpose was sending nudes because it had the disappear factor, right?
Yeah, but now you can save everything.
Yeah, so Snap was always to send nudes. So I was never interested in that because I'm I have no business being on somewhere where people are just sharing nudes. And then when Snap exploded and they tried to legitimize it and make it a real social media thing, people just used it to hook up.
Facts.
Right? That's all that Snap was really used for.
And then that was replaced by Tinder and Bumble. And
Yeah. So I've had no interest in Snap. What are we missing, Maury? There was Periscope, Vine, Snap.
Oh, what was that? Oh, remember? People used to do it all the time.
There was another one.
Just MSN
MySpace?
Messenger?
No, it was Foursquare. You guys
Yeah.
remember Foursquare?
Oh, yeah.
That's when you check in on you show up to a place, you go on Foursquare and it
What was
announces to
that?
everyone,
Yeah,
yo, I'm here.
Yes, for some weird reason that was the
This is the
thing.
spot that I'm at right
Yes. No, I've
I thought you were
only
going to say Pinterest.
Pinterest is still a thing, though.
now. Pinterest is still around though.
yeah, but I've never. I find Pinterest quite annoying. Okay, so no, I don't miss any. Do I miss MySpace? No. Do I BBM was fun because that was the first sort of unit to unit contact. Or device to device, rather.
I loved BBM.
Say you're on your own with that one, dog.
Just pinging each other, unit to unit.
Pinging and poking, huh?
Right? But here's the crazy thing is that people were so, they so much missed ping, is that when we switched from BlackBerry Messenger to iPhones, like Maury was famous for this, but I know other people that did as well, which is they would text you the word ping. right? Because you could no longer ping somebody.
Just to get your attention.
Yeah, so people would write out the word ping and hit send, and we all knew what that was,
Even
right?
to this day, Maury will say, like, we'll end the show and be like, all right, see you later. And he'll be like, yo, I'll ping you later.
Yeah, totally.
What else we got today, Maria?
All right, this person wanted to stay anonymous, but they say, I have a question for Roz. In an earlier podcast, he said that he didn't want to get married because he didn't like that the government was all up in his business.
True.
My question is, what made him change his mind about getting married?
I mean, like, I still hate that the government's all up in my business. I really don't like it. But the way that Catherine and I were living, there was no difference between being legally married, basically, and what we already were. So I wasn't worried about that. And I certainly didn't have a problem with a wedding, and I didn't have a problem with kind of getting married. My whole thing is I don't like asking permission. And I hate the process of going to get permission to get married. And I despise the process, not that anything is ever going to happen, of the hoops they need you to jump through in order to dissolve a marriage. I think it's cruel. I think that you should literally just be able to go into an office or fill out a form and say, this person that I was married to, it's done. That, and then if lawyers are involved and everything else, division of assets, that all happens. But the fact that you have to go through and they put you on some sort of trial separation where you have your separation date and then you have to wait a period of time before you can apply for divorce, the whole thing is just messed up. It's they had no business being in my life with that kind of power over my life. I hate it.
Sounds like somebody who went through it.
Time for one more. Please, Maria.
Okay, Mo is asking, what's everyone's favorite dessert? He says, I have such a sweet tooth and I have to ask.
Okay, we'll go around the room real quick. I will start and say it's either cheesecake or a tiramisu. Ooh. Two favorites, absolute favorites. Damn it, Maury, go ahead. I know you love desserts as well.
Oh, my God. Okay, so I love popcorn. I love tiramisu. I love ice cream. And I love pumpkin pie.
Okay, Shem.
Cheesecake all day.
All day cheesecake. Maria.
I'm going to go either a cheesecake or a cookie dough ice cream.
Oh, good answer. Roz, you don't eat dessert.
No.
Yeah, so
I like mint chip ice cream.
Okay, there you go. That's the only dessert that you'll
also,
ever have.
Maury, did you try and sneak popcorn in as a dessert?
Popcorn can be a dessert.
It's more of a
What
snack.
are you talking about?
Yeah, popcorn's more of
not
a snack.
a dessert.
Popcorn is more in the line in the neighborhood of like chips and stuff.
I've had it as a dessert.
Popcorn is not a dessert.
Popcorn. Okay, first of all, a dessert can be anything that you want it to be after a meal.
No.
So does that mean a hot dog is a dessert?
So my grandmother used to put out after 8 mints as dessert.
That I would understand.
Technically, yeah, because it's like a chocolate.
Yeah, it's like a chocolate.
But popcorn can't be a dessert.
Nope. Cannot.
Unless you put M&Ms in it, because that slaps.
I do like doing that. Or fuzzy peach.
That's still not a dessert. That's still not dessert.
Okay.
Then you can't have any of my dessert.
I don't want any, but I'm just saying you can't say what's your favorite dessert. Like, to me, that is just not in the spirit of what we're doing here. I don't know why I'm so angry.
Bro, you don't even like dessert. All right, thank you everyone for all of your DMs. We're just gonna end it right now before Roz's head just freaking explodes. That was wonderful. Thank you, Maria.
Anytime.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. You wouldn't say that to your mama, so why us?
Here we go. Time to get into the DM Deep Dive, ladies and gentlemen.
Maria, what do we got in the DMs today?
All right, today Tyrone is asking, because Roz and Roxy have been playing golf on their plantation and have watched the Masters.
You mean PlayStation?
PlayStation?
Oh, they were plantation. I thought that was like a type of grass or something.
No.
And it came from a Tyrone, even better.
I thought that was like a type of like turf he had in his backyard.
PlayStation.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You would be in such a different space right now, Roz.
Okay. My kid and I are not playing golf on my plantation.
Wow.
Better not be.
Yeah. Yo, we should leave the room and let just Shem and Roz discuss.
Very few things in life Maury finds funny than somebody else's spelling mistake. Look at him. He can barely contain himself.
Oh my God. Okay. So continue. Replace plantation with PlayStation.
Tyrone says, because Roz and Roxy have been playing golf on their PlayStation and have watched the Masters, do they have any plans to try actual golfing on a course this spring and summer.
Hold on. Now let's go back to the word plantation, because then it would say, because Roz and Roxy have been playing golf on their plantation and have watched the Masters.
Wow, Roz, anything you want to share?
I'm so sorry.
At least it didn't say I was the master.
Anyway, any plans on playing golf, like for real?
We have plans to go to like one of those like indoor driving ranges.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, we do have a plan to do that. We have one in the neighborhood, and it's just you can't go the first time onto a golf course. Like you have to go practice, whether it's to a driving range or to one of these things, because it's too frustrating.
Yeah.
Right, and then it becomes just not fun.
Question: is Shem invited?
If
a separate entrance, I get it. Am I driving you there as well? Is that the expectation?
Okay, let's move on, please. Maria, next DM, please.
Okay, Christy says, during the week, what time does everybody get up and what time do their spouses get up? Also, what time do they go to bed and what time do their spouses go to bed? Same thing for weekends. It can even be people in your family, in your case, Maria, or girlfriend in Shem's case. I know we've touched on a few of these parts, but we want to know the full picture of timing and weekends.
Okay, so really quick, we've said this a billion times on the show. I'm usually in bed around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Jenna will fall asleep, I don't know, like maybe 9:30.
But do you
10.
go to bed together?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. But I have no problem. Like, I fall asleep.
What time does the boy fall asleep?
He goes to bed. Actually, we've switched now where she puts him to bed because he goes to bed later than I do. So he goes to bed at like 8:30 now.
Yeah.
And then I'm up at 2:15, between 2:15, 2:30 on the road by 3 to come into work. On the weekends, Fridays, I'm usually pretty bagged. So I'll go to bed at like maybe 10 or 11. And Saturdays, I'm up until like midnight or 1 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah. And then you're pretty consistent, right, Roz?
Yeah, we're in bed by, like, we try to be in the bed by 10.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's sort of normal for us. Catherine will usually watch something and then I'll fall asleep while she's watching. But we go to bed together. Like we consistently go to bed together.
Sure.
Even on weekends, most weekends we'll go to bed at the exact same time. Unless there's something on. I want to watch a fight or there's a game or whatever's going on. Then she'll go down first. As far as waking up, I get up at 3:40. Catherine does not get up, but I would say that at least one day a week, one of the cats will wake her up when I get up. They'll just start like licking her face or whatever, and then she's up when I'm up.
Oh, okay.
So, and then she's up the whole day, and then she's just a disaster later on in the day. But we go to bed at the same time.
Okay.
I think that's really key.
Maria, what's it like for you? You live at home with your folks. You're up super early in the morning. Do they don't hear, right? Like.
Oh, no, they hear me every morning.
Oh, okay. Because you're always dropping stuff.
Yeah.
Really quick, what'd you drop today?
Oh, the cap of the holder of our coffee.
Okay.
It fell on the floor. I have like butterfingers.
Do they ever like get out of bed and come downstairs to see what the hell's going on, or even just to like yell at you?
No, they're just so used to me like living very clumsy that like they just like they just know that like I've woken them up now. But I've heard my dad like open the door once and he kind of looked down and see if I was still there because I guess he thought that I was late.
Yeah.
So my dad will send me text messages in the morning being like, "Were you late today?"
Oh no, really?
Because he'll hear me leaving.
Yeah.
And like my dad just knows like what time it is at all times.
Yeah,
so you left at 4:45.
Leave the house.
You have to.
And then you go to bed at what time during the week?
I'm usually in bed at 9:30.
Okay,
But I
good.
don't fall asleep till like 10:15.
Yeah.
And then getting up is the same. And then every Saturday I'm up at 6 because I teach spin. So.
Okay. Shem, you go to bed at?
Oh, man, I go to bed anywhere between 11 and 12 for the most part. And then I'm up at around 2:30 is when I get up.
And then what about on the weekends? You stay up later?
No, Saturdays. Yeah, Saturday. I definitely stay up late. I stay up probably till about 2 o'clock most Fridays and Saturdays. And then church on Sunday, so I get up pretty early for that.
Okay. And then, Maury, what time do you hit the couch for the night?
I'm usually asleep by 11.
Yeah.
Up at 3. Matthew goes to bed at between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. and doesn't get out of bed until 10 a.m.
Oh, wow. Yo, shout out to Matthew's bosses who are listening right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Hey, thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Really quick, Maria, time for one more.
All right, Michael says, "Hey Maria, just listened to the podcast where Kevin Hart clarified his height and he seems proud of how tall he is. Would like you to ask Mocha when he will reveal his actual height and stop being embarrassed on how tall he is, since I clearly know that Roz, Shem, and you are all taller than him.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for all of the DMs that you are sending in to us. Anything that comes to any of the Kiss accounts, go to Maria. Maria then brings them to the show. Wonderful round of questions. Thank you, Maria.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Very insightful.
Really quick, because we've been trying to figure this out. Damn it. It's been asked that Maria come up with a catchphrase to end off the DM deep dive. So let's redo this. And if you have something lined up, Maria, would love to hear what it is you got, okay?
Okay.
So wonderful round of DMs today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Maria.
Diving deep into your questions.
Next.
Oh, God. Okay.
Was that the only one?
No, I have one more.
Okay, go.
You send it, I read it. Okay, that's all I got. You know what?
Try again.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.